Pakalu Papito, what's poppin' today? I will be talking about the best player from each draft class since 2000. I'm going to be splitting this segment into two parts, so for this first segment, it will be from 2000 to 2010. No more explanation, so let's head on to the video. For the first one, 2000, it's the easiest choice on the list. It's Tom Brady. People consider him as the GOAT, the greatest player of all time. I personally don't see it, but I mean, people are saying he's the GOAT because he won 6 Super Bowl titles. 2001 is LaDainian Tomlinson. There were many players like Steve Hutchinson, Chad Ochocinco, and Reggie Wayne, but LaDainian Tomlinson outshines them by winning MVP, being a 3-time first and 2nd-time All-Pro, and leading the league in rushing yards twice and touchdowns 3 times. That's impressive. In 2002, we've got one of the best defensive players of all time, Ed Reed. I mean, Julius Peppers, Dwight Freeney, and Brian Westbrook were all in this draft, and they were very good players, trust me. I wanted to put them in, but Ed Reed clearly is better than all of them. He was a 9-time Pro Bowler, 1st team All-Pro 5 times, and a 3-time 2nd team All-Pro. And he won the Defensive Player of the Year award, which means that season he was better than Julius Peppers, Dwight Freeney. 2003 was Troy Polamalu. He was very, very good, and he was instrumental to the success of the Steelers by helping them win 2 Super Bowls. One was against the Seahawks in 2005, and one was against the Cardinals in 2009 or 10. I mean, he was an 8-time Pro Bowler, he was a 4-time 1st team All-Pro, and he won the Defensive Player of the Year in 2010. That is impressive. In 2004, one of the hardest choices on the list. There was Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger in that draft. But I chose Fitzgerald because he's top 5 to top 10 receiver of all time. He's putting up numbers that rival Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, and those players. In 2005, Aaron Rodgers or DeMarcus Ware, easy choice. Aaron Rodgers. He's won the MVP twice. He can win it again. He's an 8-time Pro Bowler with a 2-time 1st team All-Pros and a 1-time 2nd team All-Pro, which is very impressive considering he was benched for 2 to 3 seasons under Brett Favre. 2006 was Jahri Evans. There weren't many obvious picks for this draft, but Jahri Evans was one of the best linemen for his time. For 6 straight seasons from 2009 to 2014, he made the Pro Bowl, and he was 4-time All-Pro in those seasons, and he made the 2010 All-Decade team. And for 2007, Adrian Peterson. Easy pick. Megatron? No. Adrian Peterson is a top 10 running back of all time. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, 4-time 1st team All-Pro, 3-time 2nd team All-Pro. He won MVP in 2012 and made the 2010 All-Decade team easily. For 2008, there is only one answer, and the only one I truly considered beside him was Chris Johnson. Matt Ryan is a 4-time Pro Bowler, and he's a 1st-time All-Pro in 2016. If Chris Johnson's prime was a bit bigger than one season, I feel like, yeah, he would have been better than Matt Ryan. But since his prime was one season and Matt Ryan won MVP in 2016, I mean, he basically won everything besides the Super Bowl, which was the worst day in Falcons history. 2009 was LeSean McCoy. This was hard. Not as hard as the 2004 pick because that was so hard because there were legitimate contenders for that one. And there still are here. The picks that I could have chose from were Alex Mack, Ryan Orakpo, Malcolm Jenkins, but LeSean McCoy was so good. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler who got 1st team All-Pro twice and made the All-Decade team. And 2010 was Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was definitely the best player in 2010's draft class, but he was a 6th-round pick who wasn't really highly thought of. And in his peak, he was the best receiver in the league, but his attitude got him busted. He's been released many times because of it, but I wouldn't truly blame it on him. In 2015, he got hit by Vontaze Burfict, which I think completely messed up his brain. I'm truly being honest here, but he was a 7-time Pro Bowler and he's a 4-time 1st team All-Pro. I mean, thanks for listening to the first segment of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and tune in to find out what I'm going to put in from 2011 to 2020.